Hello and welcome to the War Thunder dev server. In this video I will be previewing the Olifant Mk.2 main battle tank. The vehicle is currently placed at tier 6 BR 9.7 near the end of the South African branch of the British tech tree, making it an ideal partner for the two Challenger 1s and the Vickers Mark 7. The Olifant series are of course upgrades of the British built Centurion. Do not, however, let that fool you. The Mark II is almost a different beast entirely, featuring a whole series of upgrades in almost every part of the tank. Firstly, weaponry. Now, the vehicle has a single secondary weapon, this being a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, but then the main gun used on the Olifant Mark II is a 105mm GT8 cannon that can reload in as low as 6.7 seconds with an aced crew. The gun then has options for 2 APF SDS rounds and a single Heat FS round. Firstly, the stock round is of course that single Heat FS round, this being the M456 Heat FS round with up to 400mm of armor penetration. There is then a tier 1 modification for the M111 APF SDS round, which has up to 337mm of armor penetration. But the final round is what makes this tank stand apart and really does give it an edge when it comes to anti-tank capability over previous Centurions, this being DM63. This can be unlocked as a tier 4 modification and has up to 436mm of armor penetration. This DM63 round really does make the Olifant 2 the most capable Centurion derivative when it comes down to penetration. Another aspect of this vehicle that outshines older Centurion versions is its mobility. Prior to its addition, the most powerful Centurion version in War Thunder was the sho't delay with a 750 horsepower engine. However, the Olifant Mark II brings a 1050 horsepower engine to the table, so despite being 2 tons heavier than the sho't, this substantial power plant upgrade noticeably improves the Centurion's somewhat lumbering mobility and makes the Olifant feel like a much more nimble vehicle in comparison. Now you might be wondering why the Olifant Mark II is a few tons heavier than its older counterparts. Well, this is of course down to armor upgrades, primarily around the turret of the vehicle. Now at first you might assume that the turret is a completely new design. After all, it looks nothing like the turret of any other Centurion version. Well, the old Centurion turret is actually still there. What you can see is actually a series of spaced armor panels mounted onto the original turret. Now these panels range between 152mm to 8mm of rolled homogeneous armor, and that of course is a decent amount of additional armor, and there's also various plates on the hull of the vehicle to further bolster protection there, giving a good overall improvement in protection over previous Centurion versions. That said, however, at a BR of 9.7, I cannot imagine this armor would do a huge amount against most of the ATGMs and APF SDS rounds that it will commonly be coming up against. Then again, Centurions have proven to be quite survivable, so I hope this will also be the case for the Olifant as well. Of course, armor is not everything in the higher tiers of War Thunder, and the Olifant Mark II has something that will certainly help to somewhat level the playing field, this being improved sight systems with both gunner and commander high-resolution thermals. This will help quite a bit when it comes to spotting hostile enemy vehicles at both shorter and longer ranges. This then, alongside the laser rangefinder and the DM63 round, make the Olifant Mark II a very capable firing platform on par with vehicles such as the TAM-2C, which is a vehicle that I have enjoyed playing in the past. So overall what you get is a Centurion that has been improved in all aspects, with improved ammunition, sight systems, powertrain and armor. I for sure think that this will be an interesting vehicle to try out, and is definitely something that I'm eager to try out on my British 9.7 lineup, potentially being a very potent first spawn vehicle, if not just a very capable backup vehicle. Anyways though, that will be it from me on the Olifant Mark II. Do let me know if you have any questions about this vehicle, and with that, I will see you in the next one.